It's a disaster again. Kind of anyway. The couch is covered in a bit of stuff, although we have this massive base for a World of Nintendo cabinet here, and also the table that I usually put my laptop on is way over there. So unfortunately, that's why there was no random game of the day yesterday, and that's why there might not be too many this week, if any, unfortunately. Because what happened was things were pretty much done. I mean, I know they were back last week, and I thought, yeah, things are almost done and ready down here, and that was going to be the end of it. But no, anyone who saw my other videos will know that this base that's right here, I believe I showed a video where it was in that corner. Because the original plan was that these metal cabinets would go all the way to almost the end, and then there would be a World of Nintendo one in the corner, but what ended up happening was we went around to a few other sellers and we found an incredible deal on one more of these metal cabinets. So we thought it would look awesome if we could actually do metal cabinets all along the wall. And there's not even going to be there's going to be like 1 centimeter of space between the wall and these cabinets on each side. So I mean, it's just going to look absolutely awesome. That whole wall being these metal cabinets. So what I'm going to do with the other World of Nintendo cabinet, I guess I'll have to find somewhere for it. But overall, yeah, that's why things are kind of destroyed down here, because anyone who knows what I had to do last time when I was bringing these metal cabinets down, we had to grind them apart in upstairs, outside, and then we had to bring them down in 2 pieces and then solder them back together, or weld them, in the basement. And it's not really an easy thing to do, and you need lots of space. So basically what I'm working on right now is I'm trying to clean out room. And yeah, that's why it's kind of destroyed over there, and why not, why not a lot will be done this week, because that's going to happen tomorrow, or maybe today by the time this video gets uploaded, knowing my terrible internet speed. But yeah, so basically that's what I've been working on. That's why there wasn't a random game of the day yesterday, and there might not be too many more of them this week. But yeah, so that's kind of destroyed. The last cabinet will be going right in between these two, which is going to look absolutely awesome. I haven't done too much organizing on the metal ones yet, because like I said in one video, I want to get them all set up. That way I can kind of look at everything and see what I want where. The things that are on the cabinet now are definitely not staying like that. It's a mess. And the point of all this is to make things less of a mess. But I think that when you look at how some things are looking so far, you will agree that things are looking quite a bit nicer, and that things are not piled in front of 400 other things, and that you can actually see a few things this time. And you'll probably see a few things in this video that you have not seen in my, my whole room tour I did back in like January. Not just because I didn't have them at the time, but I mean also because there were some things that were just buried behind other things and you couldn't really see too much at times. But yeah, so basically this video is now going to turn into let's look at what I've actually done so far and the things I keep saying I'm spending time on. So people don't just think I'm lying and I'm not actually working on the basement at all. So yeah, this is one of the World of Nintendo cabinets, and this is probably the best one. Unfortunately, the sign has a few marks in it, which may be kind of touch-upable. I'm not even sure if I want to go there, in case I just make it worse. But yeah, so far, I mean, I just love the way that this cabinet's looking so far. And this is the one I'm working on right now, so I mean, you're still going to see some empty spaces and stuff up there. But overall, it's just been going fantastic so far. If we look at the bottom, we have a whole bunch of my boxed NESs. We have both versions of the action set there, with the gray and orange gun. We have an individual box zapper there, the orange one. 2 NES Maxes in the box. That's terrible controllers. The deluxe set with Rob. The power set with the power pad, gun, and 2 controllers. So yeah, it worked absolutely perfect getting these 2 sets in here, because I mean, it was so hard to put them on the shelves before, although now down here they fit in absolutely perfectly, and it looks great. And I'm really happy with the way that turned out. Docking Bay 10, just something I used to fill in a little bit of a gap we had over there. Control deck. Interesting thing about that control deck is that it actually comes with a boxed copy of the original Super Mario Brothers, and not the version with Duck Hunt. It's like just the original Super Mario, although unfortunately it doesn't say anything about it on the side, which is too bad. Unlike the challenge set, which does show that it comes with a boxed copy of Super Mario Brothers 3. Let's see, moving on up. Very bottom here, we have a whole bunch of my Japanese stuff. We have Family Computer and the fake Family Computer. I'm sure a lot of this will be familiar. I've shown in some of my other videos. One of my Famicoms, the really yellow one. Of course, my very nice one is inside the box. This one's kind of yellow, although it does have the disk drive on the bottom, disk system. Another one of my fake family Famicoms, the Family Video Game. Japanese control stick for the Famicom. Japanese Arkanoid controller. Metroid for the Famicom Disk System, and my boxed Famicom Disk System. So yeah, all these cabinets, they all have these glass doors, and don't forget that when you're buying your kids' games, always buy them the M-rated ones and not the E-rated ones. I mean, why do they even put those things on? If kids want M-rated games, they will get M-rated games. I mean, no, they're just like wrecking the cover art by putting those ratings on it. But anyway, moving on up to the next shelf. Box NES Advantage, Power Glove, there's one in the box, and there's also a loose one on top there. Aladdin Deck Enhancer, which is actually something I talked about in my last Pick It video. And the Super Mario Brothers telephone, which is really cool. And despite the fact, I don't even know what I was about to go on about there. The fact that the box is orange. This is actually the green phone inside. It's really dumb. I guess they were really cheap, so they made all of the boxes the same color. But if you look on the top, it actually shows 3 different colors there, and as you can see, there's supposed to be a green dot here where it says green, although unfortunately the glue, I guess, dried up. But you can kind of see where there was glue. Unfortunately, the sticker wasn't on it when I got the box, so it has fallen off at some point before I got it, so it's not like I could glue it back on, because I never had the sticker. But yeah, so that is the green one, despite the fact that they were really lazy and made all of the boxes orange for some reason. Anyway, moving on up to the next shelf. We have a Nintendo Entertainment System on display, and this is actually my original one, the one that my parents had when I was born. I can always tell, because it's not going to show up on camera in the slightest, but this part right here, it kind of came out a bit, like this corner, it's not in nicely like it should be. It kind of sticks out, and it's like a sharp edge. What happened was, before I was born, my parents had a rather big dog, and what had happened was, I think it knocked the NES off like the table at one point, and that kind of popped out. And it's probably easy to pop it back in, but it's just always kind of been a way for me to tell what my very original NES was, and that is one of the original controllers that my parents had with it too. Moving on to the side, we have a gray zapper in the box now, with a gray zapper in front of it, and then just some random things over here. I mean, nothing's final yet, especially over here. I mean, this shelf definitely isn't done. We have NES controllers. When you used to buy NES controllers, you got 2 in the box. So I mean, you paid probably like what, like $30 for 2 controllers? Well, today you're paying like $60 plus tax for 1. It's a complete ripoff. That's why I never buy controllers anymore. NES wireless controller, which is pretty cool. And this thing over here. I mean, this is like one of the weirdest things ever. Trying to hold it, although it's too close when I hold it. It's a cover that you can put on top of your NES. It says Nintendo, and I mean, you look inside, it's kind of nasty. I mean, that's just the glue and stuff. I mean, some people probably think it really looks like something that someone just made in like their garage or something like that, but when you look inside, there is in fact a tag that actually says that no one is ever going to be able to read. It says 1990 Nintendo of America Inc. So I mean, it is an official Nintendo thing, unless someone made a fake tag for it too. I don't see why they would, although I mean, it's a really weird and pointless and kind of ugly cover for your console. I'm not really sure like where it was ever used or if you could buy it in the store. I don't think I was able to find much information on it when I looked. But anyway, moving up on to the next shelf, we have my Game & Watch stuff. And yeah, unfortunately the glass does make a bit of a glare, so it can be kind of annoying, although it's just part of the case. So we have my Game & Watch shelf with all of my Game & Watches on it. It used to just be kind of in a case up in the corner, although it never really looked very good. Because I have way too many Game & Watches, and there wasn't enough room to put them all. But yeah, I guess I'll move over to this side while I'm showing stuff. I'll probably show my Game & Watches in a video at some point in the near future. But yeah, we have a crystal screen Super Mario Brothers there, and another Super Mario Brothers Game & Watch here. They're actually both the exact same game, just the Game & Watch itself looks different. Here, we have a Mario Cement Factory with a box Fire in behind, and then a box Snoopy Tennis with a loose Snoopy Tennis, Parachute with a loose Parachute. Let's move the glass off to the side of it. We have Turtle Bridge with a Donkey Kong Jr. in front of it. We have the 2-player Donkey Kong 3 Micro Versus System with the Donkey Kong original Game & Watch, and this is what everyone always says looks like the DS because of the way it had 2 screens. A lot of people see this, they're like, oh, that's where they got the idea for the DS from, and it's really hard to open with one hand. But like as you can see here, the game plays on both the bottom and the top screen. The way it works is Donkey Kong's on the top, and you work your way up from the bottom to the top. So like you start on the bottom screen and then work your way up. Here we have another 2-screen Game & Watch, although this one's in a plastic bag, because it also has the instruction book with it, of Mario Brothers, the arcade game, and also the Game & Watch ball that you can get on Club Nintendo for 1,200 coins in North America. I have no idea how exactly that works in other regions. If we look up, we have my spare Rob the robot, with the big box version of Gyromite, and then to the left, looking for something to put here. I wanted to put something there, but it was too big. And then we have my boxed laser scope. But yeah, so that is what I've done of my with this World of Nintendo cabinet so far, and I'm really happy with the way it's looking. Everything looks a lot more organized than it did before. And yeah, I'm not even done with it yet, so hopefully it looks even better when it's done. But that's not all I've done so far. And I'm going to go and show you a few other things. Yeah, over here, just a few things I haven't put away yet. I was really hoping that the U-Force would fit inside that spot up there, although unfortunately it was too tall. Another thing, even this Game Genie here was too tall. I really wanted to put that up there as well. But yeah, so basically, this room looks like much more of a mess than it did before. Although, yeah, I mean, that's just what's going to happen, fortunately, is now we have to mess things up again. Here's my PlayStation 2 games. A lot of them came from that pickup video I put up last week. Although, unfortunately, there's no more room for my PlayStation 1 games here anymore. Although, that worked out well, because I actually got a new place to put the PlayStation 1 games. If we come out here, this is like one of the things I am the most proud of. I absolutely love these cases. Game Boy Advance and a PlayStation case. Unfortunately, there is not much room to get back here to show things. But if we get back here, a very nice PlayStation cabinet. All of the lights in them work, luckily, and I put my PlayStation games in it. Unfortunately, it means that you can't really see the sides of the PlayStation games, but all they ever were was like black with white writing, so I mean, it wasn't really that great to look at them anyway. They're in alphabetical order. So, I mean, if I ever want to look, like, find one, I mean, I can just tell kind of which row it's going to be in, and then just take that out. Each row holds 12 games. I mean, some PlayStation games, of course, mainly RPGs and stuff, the cases are a bit thicker. So, I mean, give or take, like, 12 times however many rows there are. I actually didn't count. So, yeah, just a few extra things, too, like memory cards, demo discs, a few PSP games in there, which might look familiar. Some import games, which are absolutely awesome. These 3 rows here are Japanese, and a few European ones over there. Then at the bottom, we have a lot of my big box PlayStation games, a lot of which people probably saw in that pickup video I did not too long ago, along with a few other things. A PlayStation disc holder there, which holds PlayStation Magazine discs, because, I mean, they never really came in cases. I have quite a few of those in there. And we have my collector set of the PlayStation there, that was in the pickup video, Tomb Raider memory card, and also a PSP box, and then just a few random things down here, which I haven't really got to putting away yet. Of course, things could still change, and things can get a bit cleaner at times, too, as things go on. I mean, this is just like the beginning. Down there we have a few PlayStation consoles. We have PSP box, which is actually empty, although we do have a white PSP in the box, along with a black PSP in the box in behind, and there's 2 different versions of the PlayStation 1, which is the mini original PlayStation box, the PlayStation 1 mini LCD screen, 2 different PlayStation original boxes, one in the front here and one in behind, and then just a few things over here, like my awesome Japanese PlayStation 1/2 light gun, and one of those memory card things for the PlayStation 3, so you could put your PlayStation 1 and 2 saves onto your PS3, which is absolutely awesome. Because luckily every PlayStation 3 still plays PS1 games, which is really cool. Although unfortunately, the later ones only play the later ones don't play PS2 games like the very first ones did. Yeah, which is too bad about that. Anyway, it's not going to be very easy to get closer. Because we got the treadmill that no one ever uses here. But the thing I'm very, very happy with is my Game Boy Advance shelf. This is like the most masterfully crafted thing ever. I mean, I'm so happy with how the shelves turned out here. I'll try to get in closer so we can see a few things. On the top, we just have a whole bunch of different cases for things. About 75% of these actually still have consoles in them. Mainly the Game Boy Advance SP ones. The DS ones over here did have consoles in them, although I took them out so I could display them on the shelves, and you will see that in a minute. If we go down, we have a shelf that is dedicated mainly to original Game Boy stuff. So we have original Game Boy in the box. Let's open up this glass so maybe you can actually see things without the glare. Yeah, the glare is going to be one thing that's kind of annoying, mainly on video. I mean, it doesn't look too bad when you're just looking at it in person. Some different colors of the Game Boy Pocket there. Some boxes also have other boxes in behind, like this silver Game Boy Pocket box actually has a German green Game Boy Pocket box. And you're not going to be able to tell it's German, unfortunately, but I mean, those words, like right there, are in German. I mean, it's like Inhalt, Zui a Batterien. I'm not even going to try to read anymore German. Yeah, but I mean, so German green Game Boy Pocket there. Although that case in the back there, not the Game Boy Advance, but the this Nintendo Game Boy one. That one actually also has a North American green Game Boy Pocket in it. And then there's just a few other accessories for the original Game Boy, like the 4-way link cable, the extra battery pack, Game Boy printer, and Game Boy cameras. A blue one in the box and a yellow one in behind. I want to get another different color loose Game Boy camera so I can place it here, so that's why there's kind of an empty space in front there. And also an F1 race Game Boy original game, and it comes with that 4-way link cable thing in it, which is pretty neat, which is why the box is bigger than a normal Game Boy game. So anyway, moving down, we have the Game Boy Advance shelf. We have a boxed Game Boy Advance set that comes with the e-reader there, followed with a few different kinds of Game Boy Advance, some in the box, some not. There's a silver one there, white one in the box. Moving on to Game Boy Advance SP, black one in the box with a dark blue, another loose black one, and the light blue one there. These cases up here, like I said, some of them are full. I also have a red and silver Game Boy Advance SP in 2 of those. I love Game Boy Advance SP. They're absolutely awesome, and it's always good to have quite a few of them, because you can use them to link up to some GameCube games like Four Swords Adventures, and that's absolutely tons of fun to play with friends. In here, we also have the Game Boy Micro. This right here is the North American one with like a fire faceplate on it. This one in the box here is actually Japanese. I don't think that North American one came in boxes. They kind of came in those flimsy plastic things. But yeah, if you look on the back, not the back, the bottom, you can definitely tell that it is Japanese. But yeah, I mean, it might not be focusing, but it is Japanese. Because I don't think the North American one came in a box. But yeah, and then on the side, we have a purple e-reader set, which actually I'm pretty sure that box is empty and has nothing in it. Only one that is complete is the light blue clear one over there. Moving on down, one more shelf. We have DS, of course, after Game Boy Advance. We have the original DS box that came with the Metroid Prime Hunters First Hunt demo. We have a white, and in the back we also have a black DS Lite in the box. We have a red and blue DS Lites there, which, like I said, came out of those. There is a DSi XL box, which is absolutely awesome. DSi XL is like the most amazing thing ever. A lot of people wreck these boxes, which is really, it's silly. I mean, not the people who wreck them. So, I mean, it's really dumb because there's no good way to open this box. There's no flap on the outside or anything that like a normal box would have, where you can kind of just pull out the tab and then everything pulls out nicely. It's all glued down, so the only way to open the box is to basically rip it so that you can get the glue off. And a lot of people open it from the top, but I actually opened mine from the bottom, so that, I mean, it sits on the bottom so you don't see it, and the top still looks nice. So if you ever get a DSi XL box that comes with a game packed in like that, open it from the bottom and not the top, because it will preserve how nice the box looks, because I mean, it is a very nice looking box. The back's even nicer. I really didn't want to wreck it. Spent like 45 minutes getting that thing open. Here we have 2 3DS boxes, and this is really hurting kind of the way I'm standing, because it's kind of getting low to the ground now. The blue one is mine, and the red one is my sister's. My sister got hers for Christmas, which is why it has the $80 off, because it was after the price went down, although mine is actually a launch day 3DS. So I have the Ambassador program and all the free games and stuff that came with that, which is pretty neat. A few other things here, neat. Pen-styled Nintendo DS stylus. The headset for the DS, and just a few other random accessories and stuff back there, which are pretty neat. The last shelf at the very bottom is just mainly miscellaneous stuff, and also a few Game Boy Colors in the box, because, I didn't really have enough Game Boy Color stuff to dedicate a whole shelf to it. If we look in here, Game Genie for the Game Boy. I believe it's Game Boy and Game Boy Color it works on. A few Game Boy Colors there. Yellow Game Boy Pocket, Game Boy Advance. Mario Party e-reader cards complete. A random Tetris game I thought I would just put there as it looked cool. Complete Band Hero. In the Nintendo DS case that you got when you pre-ordered Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, which I never bothered opening because I already had a case for my DS, so I didn't really need it. A few link cables and stuff back there. Game Boy printer paper in the box. That must be rare. I mean, how many people bought that? And then how many people actually bothered to keep the box for it? So, I mean, I've never actually seen another one of those anywhere. Super Game Boy. It's a Super Nintendo game, but I mean, it fits with Game Boy, so whatever. It looked nice. Japanese Game Boy Advance game. Some of my e-reader cards. Like the Mario Advance ones, and also some other ones too. And just a few other things. And some games in a pretty cool Game Boy tray that you can't see. There's another one of these warning things. I mean, that is one thing that's kind of lame. All these warnings on like every single case. I mean, parents don't even care about really. But yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's try to get back here and take a nicer look at it again. Oh yeah, in the bottom down here, just some random odds and ends, some Game Boy accessories that are in like bigger boxes that wouldn't really look nice if they were up on top, so they just placed them down there. And then that row, just a whole bunch of random odds and ends, which doesn't look very nice, but I mean, no one looks down there anyway. So yeah, and that is the Game Boy shelf, and I love the way that turned out. I was so happy. I think that looks great. PlayStation 1 too. I mean, unfortunately, this one doesn't actually have any shelves for sitting on. It only takes these trays that games go in. Although, I mean, it was great, because, I mean, I definitely needed more room for games anyway. And there's room for growing too, which is absolutely awesome. And the game's in there. And, of course, 2-ball is in there too. I need, like, a gold frame for that or something, make it stand out more. But, yeah, I believe that's it for in here. I'll just go back in there one more time. And as I don't think I ever really showed a nice shot of the Nintendo cabinet from far away. I mean, it really does look the cabinets really do look a lot nicer. Can't talk today. When you look at them from far away, of course, things are going to be cleaned off, so I mean, things will look nicer overall. But, I mean, it looks really nice when you stand back and look at it. Hopefully, it turns out well on cameras. I mean, it looks really nice in person too. But yeah, so basically, that's what I've been working on for the last while. And unfortunately, things have got a bit messy in here again, so that's why there's not really going to be too many new videos this week. Again, I was really hoping to get back into things, but of course we had to find one more shelf, and yeah, that kind of threw a wrench into things, but yeah. Hopefully there will be a few other things. If you've been watching my Let's Play with Teal Game Master, Scooby-Doo Night of 100 Frights, on the weekend, we recorded 3.5 hours worth of footage for that. So if you're watching that, there should be lots of that to come, so definitely look forward to that. That's a lot of fun, and it's great, it's hilarious. So if you haven't checked that out, definitely do, because it's awesome. But yeah, so I recorded that. But other than that, don't have too much more of the show. Maybe I'll try to finally get that Anime North video out. I would really like to do that, but I mean, I have to go through and watch 5 hours of footage and then pick like the best half hour worth. It's not going to be easy. Even an hour, I mean, I'd probably do an hour. Because I mean, like, however many hours it's going to take to upload. But originally I wanted to do 3 parts like I've said, and that's just not going to happen because it's going to take like years to upload. But yeah. That's what I've been working on right now, so don't just think I'm saying, oh, I'm working on stuff and I'm not like trying to find excuses for not making videos, because that's not the case. I really do want to get back to making random games of the day, and I really thought I was going to, although unfortunately things just life or like someone doesn't want me to make random games of the day for whatever reason, but I will get back to it shortly. But anyway, that was just a 20-minute tour around what I've done so far, and I mean, I actually kind of went into detail about things, and I should have been saving that for the full room tour I'm going to do when I'm done. Man, that thing's going to be like 3 hours long. Oh man, but anyway, especially for the Game Boy stuff, I mean, a lot of that stuff was really hidden when I did the full room tour, because the Game Boy shelf was an absolute disaster with stuff everywhere. It didn't look very nice at all, so I mean, I'm very happy to have got that Game Boy shelf done, as it just looks absolutely awesome. But yeah, anyway, I guess I'm probably going to end this off here and get back to work on this thing. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope to get back to making videos like on a regular basis, on the regular schedule in the near future. So yeah, anyway, thanks again, and see you later.